Welcome back. We're here with level 10, Lava Falls Extraction Center, what I widely consider to be the hardest level in the run. This level is quite long and has a lot of dangerous enemies. It introduces the E-Bandit, a new melee type enemy that will drain your energy on hit, which is pretty annoying for resource management. It also does some damage too, so and it has a lot of the same problems as Diamond Claws. Thankfully, no homing plasma energy counter, so you can use helix against any that might get on your face without much consequence. But we'll also see the first use of the quad laser bug, which we'll be using in this level, as well as the next one, and in level 13. So we'll be going through all of that here. So starting up with level 10. So starting off, you're gonna fly down and to the right here. Take this guy out. And here's our first E-Bandit. You can take him out if you want to just get him out of the way. But yeah, once you come in here, you're gonna turn around and there's this switch on the wall. Shoot it to unlock this door. Take this shortcut. Saves a lot of travel from the non-secret door level route. Don't worry too much about these hornets. They kind of swarm and are annoying and loud, but not really all that threatening. And then you're going to go through this door. Right over here, you see a quad laser pickup. If you do not have quad lasers currently, which on the current route you probably won't, you want to make sure to grab these. They're important. This is one of the few cases where, honestly, I highly recommend, like, even if you're trying to play for a fast run with less safety, I highly recommend taking out these two E-Bandits here. Because we're going to be going down into this lower room here to get the blue key. And the blue key is held by a robot, which is, yeah, this level kind of does that through the entire thing. But the robot is boxed in a narrowed dead-end choke point. And enemy, there's some Diamond Claws and E-Bandits in the area, and them following you into this key pickup can really bottleneck you, can really trap you. So it's good to clear these out in advance to hopefully make the travel a little bit easier. So I like to take out these two E-Bandits. You can even try to lay a couple mines as you go through this narrow choke here to try and damage or prevent additional enemies from following you down here. Like that. But yeah, I'm gonna come down here. You gotta fly through the lava falls. Remember, you need to keep enough shield up to be able to survive flying through lava falls. The lava falls do deal damage to you as you travel through them. You can go for the direct approach. Like the blue keybot is in this little room here, in this little nub. It's a very fast moving mine layer bot which will try to run away. So you don't want to open the door until you're ready to kill it. You can try and just take the direct approach and fly straight into it and just let your body take up the doorway so that if it tries to leave the room, it just crashes into you and dies. But it will probably throw a proximity mine on your face in the process and do a lot of damage. So one of the safer approaches here is to just back out opposite of the door here and then just throw damage into it as you approach it. There's also a cloaking device in here, which you absolutely want. Again, these keybots move very fast, so that can mean a lot of momentum when they die, and they can fling the key pretty far. So yeah, this got a pretty far throw on it, and the blue key went all the way over here. Make sure you grab it. And that cloaking device is going to help us with this next stretch. Make sure you grab this fusion cannon here as well. That's going to be important later. And loop around down here. Just a little safety note, if for some reason you are down your weaponry, there is a helix cannon right up here. But you're going to want to... The cloaking device is very important here. Make sure you have it and that you make your way down this way quickly after picking it up. Right up here, there's a safety invulnerability that I really like to grab. I highly recommend grabbing this invulnerability up here. Now this bot that I have my crosshairs on right here, that's like sitting here, holds the yellow key. Unlike the blue and red key bots in this level, this one is out in the open. If it gets away, it will be very hard to track down, especially since there are a ton of other yellow colored mine laying bots in this area that behave exactly the same. If it gets away from you, if it gets out of your sight, it can blend in with the other ones, and then you're just playing whack-a-mole. You're just trying to take out these mine layers until you happen to find which one is the key. So you want to make sure you have the Gauss cannon selected here, and get your crosshairs lined up while you have the cloak, and try and take it out quickly. kind of got away from me there, but I think it's this one. Yes. Yeah, a little bit unlucky there, but could have been worse. So yeah, if you keep your distance, if you keep your backed up like as far as you can into like this wall right here and shoot, it generally won't activate as long as you're cloaked, and you can take it out quickly. So you want to go for that. Now from here we have invulnerability, so you just want to take advantage of that to push as aggressively as possible. Try and pick up that Vulcan cannon for some more Gauss cannon ammo. Watch out for the E-Bandit in this shaft. Fly up here. Invulnerability did run out here. There's a shield down there you can grab if you want for safety. But a lot of dangerous enemies here. Those loot guards shoot homing missiles. The big gold blobs have some pretty damaging weapons as well. There's a little bit of extra Vulcan cannon ammo and Gauss cannon here you can grab to get a little bit more ammo for your Gauss cannon. Recommend making sure that's topped up. And so now we're going to go ahead and head across here. You almost certainly want to kill this guy right here. Those green loot guards shoot homing missiles. They're quite dangerous. And there are a couple of approaches you can take here. I did mention the quad laser bug. The ideal route will utilize that here. E-Bandit usually doesn't run down there, but so optimal route here is to switch over to your quad lasers. You should have your quad lasers. And there's a slight bug associated with the quad laser upgrade in that the additional projectiles spawn slightly ahead of your ship. So with a certain angle, you can get those to clip through doors and hit switches, hit control panels on the other side if they're close by. The angle can be pretty hard to find, especially in this room where you're potentially facing pressure from other enemies in the room. There are other enemies at the bottom of this shaft that might roam up here and start attacking you. But if you can find the right angle quickly, you can hit that control panel and open this door from the other side. This gives you a shortcut over to where the red key is. You're just gonna follow this winding hallway. There's an extra afterburner pickup if you need it. Take out this E-Bandit. Shoot that switch. Open it up and just straight forward ahead. Red key bot is in this room. And the door here is locked, I believe. Yeah. There is a trigger to get it back open, so you don't have to fly through the other area, the longer route. You just need to go through this door and back out. Cloaked timing clock here. If you're lucky, you get a cloaking drop. And you need to hit this control panel here. That'll open this door back up, and then you can fly back the way you came. Now, if you're not good at the finding the right angle for the quad laser bug, you can just take the normal route where you fly down here over to the right through here. There is a cloaked diamond claw here you can try and kill for a cloak drop. Also another cross cannon if you'd like some more ammo. Through this door. Yeah, this room, you can usually just kind of sneak around here, especially if you got the cloak drop. Or you can take these out. I would recommend using the helix cannon on these big gold guys if you're going to aim to take them out. And then, yeah, you just fly through here, right, and up this way. And this will get you the red key door as well. You take a lot of damage there, unfortunately, showing off that route. But, yeah, the optimal route here is to use the quad laser bug and take this back hallway towards the red key. Saves you a lot of travel time. Saves you a lot of extra fights or maneuvering around enemies. It's useful, but yeah, only really if you can pull off the angle for that quad laser shot quickly. You got to watch out coming out of this room. This materialization center right up here will have been firing at some point, and there will be a big crowd of enemies here. The hallway's wide enough that you can just fly around them without too much trouble. And then you're gonna take the same route you did back at the start of the level, through these doors, through this Hornet room. Oh, I do not have the energy to shield converter, unfortunately. Yeah, you can... Hornets go down quickly to one Gauss shot, but usually you just want to kill them. I'm going to take a little bit more time killing enemies here because my shield levels are very low. Oh yeah, watch out for these, these new little white pufferfish looking enemies. They do an incredible amount of damage and knockback if they crash into you or even just die kind of near you. Gotta watch out for that. So the red door reactor room is over that way. I think there's some safety you can get over towards this energy center if you want. There's some extra Vulcan ammo here. That's just a smart missile, not very valuable. There are just, in general, fewer enemies over this way, and you can get shield drops from these relatively non-threatening pigs, but overall, yeah, not too much over there. And then the reactor room is over this way. Exit is here as well. Take that out. The exit's right here. This area is especially dangerous. There's E-Bandits and there's more of those fast-moving mine layers everywhere. And it's very likely that by the time you get here, your shield's going to be quite low. And these mine layers might just randomly fly into you at top speed and kill you at this level of health. Thankfully, there is some safety to take. Yep, right there. I almost died there. As we approach the reactor room, you can fly to the left here. Watch out for this big little guy here. Kind of mini boss-ish enemy. But over here, there's a secret door up here with 3 shield pickups. Very helpful for safety. From here on, yeah, there's a diamond claw in this pit here that might give you some grief, so be on the lookout for it. Yeah, around here you want to switch to helix because right after you go through this lava fall, there's a shield pickup you can grab there for 650. The reactor is right up here. Once you round the bend here, grab that energy to shield converter and just get some extra health here. But ideally, you're not going to really fight anything in this room. You're just going to come around here, going to pop up, and take the reactor down from there. A lot of the enemies here actually are holding additional enemies. As you can see, that E-Bandit dropped a diamond claw. That your end racer dropped some smelters. There is an invulnerability over here, but it's not really viable as safety because I believe you need to throw a guided missile back there to hit a switch. Which, in order to safely do that, you have to have cleared out the room. So, not really all that helpful. But yeah, as you can see, don't really want to kill anything in this room. Most of the enemies in that room spawn additional enemies and just cause more problems. So you just want to, again, when you're coming up here, you just round the corner, take the reactor out, go back down. Ignore the enemies in there. Couple of ambush closets open up here on the way out. There's an E-Bandit up here in the ceiling. And there might still be mine layers roaming around, so be watch out for that. And there's a Lou guard that opens up opposite of the red door at the far end of the hallway. It's far enough that it shouldn't be a threat at all. Just fly forward and right into the exit. That's Lava Falls Extraction Center. Again, what I think is the hardest level in the game. Let's go ahead and do one run that puts together all the strats in one fluid motion. Through the Hornets. Don't forget the quad laser. Let's take out these E-Bandits. Mine layer was not cooperating there, but my shield is now super low. Gonna grab that shield pickup. Grab the fusion cannon here. Watch out for those mines. Grab this shield here. Invuln here. Back up against the wall. Got the keybot sniped. Try and take advantage of the invulnerability to grab some extra pickups as we're going. Grab this safety shield here. Vulcan ammo as well. Veer hard to the right there to avoid those hunger missiles from the Lugard. Is he ban off me? Okay. Nice quick open on that. Shield is pretty low here. Okay. Got a key. Open the door. Look at a cloak. Got a cloak. Nope. Yeah, very low on shield. Like I keep saying, this level is what I consider to be the most dangerous level in the game. And it's really demonstrating why here. Watch out for this minefield here. Grabbing the safety shields here. I'm super low. I kind of need it. Pop up. Dig out the reactor.
Self-destruct
Go to Goss.
sequence activated.
Oop, E-Bandit kind of in the way. Okay, was able to get around it. And exit. And that was honestly a pretty good run of Lava Falls Extraction Center, and that's what a lot of them are going to look like. You're going to see very low shield numbers a lot of the time in here. Make sure you're familiar with the general level layout in case you take a death and need to go regather your gear. Generally shouldn't have to wander outside the areas I showed off, but yeah, make sure you're practicing this level because it's incredibly dangerous. We'll be moving on to a much tamer level next with Coalbank Shaft.